Hey, superstars, it's your best friend Scott. Normally I do my art videos on Monday, but I've been having some minor issues with my printer, so I hope to get all of that resolved soon. So instead, I'm going to do my Strongsville recap video, and you thought you were done with all these Strongsville videos, didn't you? I'm kind of late to the party. I had some catching up to do after goofing off for 3.5 days last week, and I just now got a chance to sit down and put this one together. So let's jump right in. Man, was I gifted a lot of crap. I mean, stuff. Really, really blown away by all the generosity. I'm going to try to present these gifts somewhat chronologically. Jason was the first person to give me something this year. I first met Jason at Strongsville last year, and he's just an easy guy to like, just really, really generous and fun to talk to and supportive. So I sold him a bunch of stuff, and he presented me with this sweet baseball magazine insert of Lou Boudreau, which I absolutely love. Thanks, Jason. Not only does Mookie have one of my favorite YouTube channels in the world, he's one of my favorite people in the world. I told him the other day that he may have more best friends than I do. Just a tremendous, tremendous person, and I'm very proud to call him a friend. He gifted me this photo of Bob Hope, who was once part owner of my beloved Cleveland Indians, and Lucille Ball, who, unbeknownst to Mookie, is a personal favorite of my mother. So that's amazing. And this Larry Doby coin is amazing. He hinted a while back that he picked one of these up for me, otherwise I would have searched it out myself, but here's Mr. Doby on the front and the famous photo of the hug with Doby and Steve Gromick in bas-relief coin form on the back. I just love that. And if that wasn't enough, Mookie also gifted me this envelope from the 1948 Cleveland Indians picture pack, which I have most of, but I did not have the envelope. And if you flip it over, it seems to be signed by Larry Doby. And in here is Bob Feller too. Incredible piece, Mookie. I love it. Everybody's favorite smart aleck yinzer, Ruben Snyder, handed me a nice little pack of goodies. Here's a 61 Willie, some 62s, a Tom Kelly rookie, a Heritage team card, Bob Lemon, Tyler Freeman, and some holographic Chief Wahoos. Trippy, man. Ruben was a blast to talk to all weekend. Super funny, super great guy. Thanks, dude. Warren and I hang out all the time, and he's always given me stuff, probably because we collect a lot of the same things. His company is enough because he's such a good dude, but he still gives me stuff anyway. Here's a seat cushion from 1989, I remember these well, and a pocket schedule from 2022. I should remember to grab these when they come out, but I never do. Oh, and he gave me a Coke at trade night because I needed the caffeine to keep me going. Very much appreciated, buddy. Thank you, Warren. On Friday night after the show, Don, John Wade Boggs fan, and we all went to a cigar bar and then scarfed down a couple of hot dogs before the get-together. I was thinking that he gave this to me after that, but it was before now that I think about it. But anyway, Don gifted me this 1940 Playball Raleigh Hemsley, which has a lot of meaning to me personally. I've talked about Raleigh before a little bit, and I'm not going to get into it here, but this card, it just really means a lot, especially the 1940, which has been on my want list for a while now. Love you, buddy. Super thrilled that this came from you. Thank you. I always give him a hard time, but Sammy Thunder is another one of my favorite people in the world. He's always trying to help me find the cards that I want, even when I'm not really looking for cards. He just has this genuine interest in making sure that everyone is enjoying the hobby. And another guy that's really been supportive of what I'm doing. Anyway, he shoves this beautiful Pepsi disc Dennis Eckersley into my hand, and he asks, "Do you have this?" And I did not. And he says, "Well, you do now." Really, really cool that it's all intact with the tab and the glove. And I just love it, Sammy. Thank you. Hey, it wasn't all about you. Some people wanted to see me. I'm sorry, Mr. Mossy. Show the fine people what you got. Oh, I got something really swell from Mr. Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. Check this out. You might want your wives and girlfriends to leave the room because this is a sexy one. It's a press photo from 1961 with me and maybe the second most handsome man in all of baseball, Rocky Colavito. So, story goes that I was on fire that day. I was throwing a perfect game through 19 batters, and we really stuck it to Cleveland. Serves them right for giving up on two studs like me and Rocco there. Thanks, Dan. I also got some footage from trade night. Can I show that now? Yeah, I suppose so. Go ahead. Hey, I'm here with Steve. Steve. Hey.
Vincent John Beach, right?
Yeah.
All right. He's got the beautiful card here. How much is that?
It's a Don Rossi card. It's the best card in the whole room.
Best card.
Best card in the room.
How much is that?
It's free to you.
To me?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
All right,
Chris from Missouri did a great job with the YouTube Hangout. I was happy to help out with some banners and stuff like that, but I wish I could have done more. He is just so generous with everybody, and to think that Strongsville has become what it's become over the last couple of years, almost entirely because of his efforts. It's an amazing thing, and he is an amazing person. Yet another guy that I'm very proud to call a friend. Thank you, Chris, for all you do. Your generosity is very inspiring. I helped out 4 collectors with a trade night logo, and they reciprocated by giving me an entire table front and center as you walked into the room so that Mrs. Reindeer and I could peddle my merch and my art. Mrs. Reindeer was really thrilled to meet a bunch of you guys. She was especially smitten with Tony over at Southern Collector, who told her that she was the prettiest thing in the room. I mean, she was, but I got to keep my eye on that guy. I have sat up at a couple of card shows before, but this was by far the best event that I've ever done. And it wasn't just fellow YouTubers buying my shirts and cards. It was a lot of people that I've never met were excited to buy some of my stuff. And many were genuinely interested in my art pieces. This went well beyond my expectations. So big thank you and hugs to John and Theo and Sammy and Dan. You guys knocked it out of the park. Funny story, one of the dealers at the actual show, he bought like 4 or 5 of my custom cards at trade night. And then Sunday morning, as I was walking into the show, I ran into Garrett from Card Cutter. And he told me that one of the dealers had some of my cards in his showcase. And he was trying to sell them to Garrett for $20 a piece. And he was like, "You've never seen these cards before?" And Garrett was like, "Sure I have. Those are Scott's." And the dealer was all confused. "Who's Scott?" And anyway, I got a kick out of that. This will be easy because I only really bought one card at the show. It's this beautiful E90-1 American Caramel Addie Joss. I had Andrew from Nuff Said Cards and Sammy Thunder both check it out with me just because they were around, and it's fun to include friends when you're buying cards. I bought it from Ed, if you know Ed, and I maybe kind of beat him up a little bit over the price, but I think it was a fair deal. On Saturday, he told me it was $400, but I was stuck at $350. And then Ed offered to split the difference, but I just couldn't do it. Then that night at trade night, Ed reminded me that we were only $25 apart, and then he bought a t-shirt. So I had sold some stuff that contributed to my hobby fund too. So as soon as I got to the show on Sunday, I made a beeline to Ed's table and I handed him the $375. I told him in my head that the deal was actually $350 in a t-shirt, and that made me feel better about it. Anyway, I love Addie and I love this card, and I would have been kicking myself if I hadn't bought it. A lot of you are probably sick of hearing about what a great show this was, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it again. It really is. Chris has apologized more than a few times for inviting so many people into my territory to invade my quaint but awesome vintage-only show. But honestly, it's great for selfish reasons. I've been going to this show since 2018, and it's never been more fun than it is now because I live here, and I'm not traveling across the country, and I'm not paying for a hotel room. I really don't have any pressure to buy anything, which I shouldn't be doing anyway, if I'm being honest. But I really consider myself just so lucky that everyone comes here to where I live, and it's a big old family reunion with a pretty rad little card show. I think my favorite Strongsville recap was Garrett's over at Card Cutter. He hit the nail on the head. He said that the National is great and everything, but we're not together like we are at Strongsville. Everybody's in one spot, not just for the show, but for the entire weekend, for everything else. And you really do get to spend quality time with just about everybody and build relationships with guys that maybe you've never met before. Like I met Dan from Steel City DW. I wasn't even aware of his channel, but that dude is so nice and so easy to talk to. He's got some great stories, and I've got a new best friend. I didn't hang out with absolutely everybody, sure, but I did get to spend some really good quality time with people that you just don't get with the national experience. And I'm not gonna start name dropping or continue name dropping, I guess, but I had a lot of fun, and I bolstered friendships with so many great people. So that's really it. I've got 2 more videos to do, kind of about Strongsville, but not really. Both are great stories, but I will spare you any more of the mush and gush about the show. Those are more about some of my art projects, kind of more typical Reindeer Studios videos. So in the meantime, please take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and we'll see you in the next one.